created by the Emperor Nero for his own big palace, the Domus Aurea, the Golden House. The Golden House took place behind the north side of the Colosseum, behind this part of the Colosseum. Here there was the man-made lake, and on the east side, behind the east side of the Colosseum, there was the atrium of this very enormous place. When the Emperor Nero died, the first emperor of the Flavian dynasty, Vespasian, decided to return back all this area to the people of Rome, but not with the construction of the different service buildings or houses for the people, but with the construction of a monument for the fun of the people. Under Vespasian and under his son Titus were built the first 3 levels of the Colosseum. Only under Domitian, the 3rd emperor of the Flavian dynasty, were built the penthouse of the Colosseum, but even the basement. Vespasian became emperor in the 70 AD. In the 71st AD, his son Titus was in Jerusalem and destroyed the temple of the temple of Solomon, and conquered Jerusalem. When he came back in Rome, he brought here the treasure of the temple of Solomon, and thanks to that treasure, the emperors can build all the monuments, all the Colosseum. The construction of the Colosseum began in the 72 AD and was finished in the 80 AD. For the first 100 days of game during the inauguration of the Colosseum, here were played even battles with very little sheep, because the underground there weren't, because were built under the Domitian, only in the 81st AD. Here were played even different other games. The most important, the most famous were the gladiator games, and the gladiators in general were slaves. They fought in the arena, not a pair of gladiators alone in the middle of the arena, but around 30 pairs of gladiators that fought all together in the middle of the arena. The life of a gladiator lasted under 30 years. Actually, they died when they were around 23-24 years old, very young. And you have to think that during the first 100 days of games were killed around more than 5,000 of animals, and the games here in the Colosseum were played until the 523 AD. And you can imagine how many animals and even how many people were killed here in the Colosseum. We know even about an emperor that fought, different emperors that fought in the arena too. The most famous was Commodus in the 2nd century AD, and he fought in the arena more than 635 times, and he won against more than 1,000 of gladiators. In general, in a normal day of games, we have the gladiators games in the afternoon, and in the morning we have another type of games that were called huntings. During the hunting, a man fought against 2 different animals. I say 2 animals because the animals were linked together with chain, and the movement of one animal depends on the movement of the other. The animal could be an herbivore and a carnivore, or maybe 2 carnivores, and it's a little bit more dangerous. And during a normal day of games, we had another terrible event. During the midday, prisoners sentenced to death were tied to a stalk in the middle of the arena, and they were left them in front of different wild animals that can kill them and even hate them. Sometimes the prisoners were forced to fight against gladiators or against animals without weapons. I think that the Roman people were very genius in the construction of the buildings here and here in the Roman Forum, but not so kind with the people. And now we can go upstairs, Corso de Cavia, the place where the people were set, and even the underground from upstairs. Okay. Follow me.
Cat.
Bottom because it's near the arena. And in particular, the emperor sat in front of you, where there is that space now for the people. During the Roman period, there was a high podium reserved for the emperor. In that place, in that part of the Colosseum, for two reasons. Because you can see the perimeter of the Colosseum that is elliptical, and in that place the emperor sat on the minimum axis of the perimeter of the arena. And because on that side of the Colosseum, in the south side of the Colosseum is closer to the Palatine Hill, the hill where the emperor lives during the empires. And the first level of the cavea was also reserved to the senators of Rome. During the Roman period, 300 senators. The second level of the cavea was reserved to the horsemen, particularly the ruler of Rome. The third and fourth level for different kind of workers, like doctors, chemists, teachers, something else. And those four levels were always covered.
Now to get some random shots again of random things. Not really so random except for my screen sword.
That's all I have.
Is she talking?
No.
Okay.
No. It's just shuffling. Maybe she's looking away again. Wow. Look this way. Yes, it took. Haha. I don't know if it took a few, but
The shape of the Roman Forum is not like the one that we can understand from here, from the ruins that we have all around of us. Here now we are in the center of the Roman Forum, in the main center, in the main square of the Roman Forum. This is the main square of the Roman Forum, and all around the square there are different ruins of very important monuments, buildings. For example, behind me you can see the ruins of the Basilica Emilia. The Basilica Emilia was the oldest basilica that was built under the Republic of Rome and was built in the 179 AD. You have to think that the basilica during the Roman period are not like the basilica that we have now. For us, the basilica is a religious place. It's a church, it's a very big church like St. Peter. During the Roman period, the basilica is a political place. Inside different basilicas here, and we have another one on the other side that we are going to see later. There were the courts of the people of Rome. This basilica was divided in four different naves, and you can see from here the main doors of the Basilica Emilia. On the other side, we have the most important basilica during the Republic of Rome, dedicated to Julius Caesar, but we are going there later. Before the construction of all this building, here there was a very big pond. You're a little bit crazy. Just a little bit. And there was a pond. It's like a very big pond, in an area very big. And when they decided to construct all this building, they transformed the place. This is the main square, but before we had only a very circular square where the senator of Rome, where the people of Rome, the most important people of Rome, speak to the poor people. And we have in this very circular square a part reserved to the ambassador of other country. First of all, the ambassador of Greece, and then with the conquest of different countries, reserved to the ambassador of other countries. Here, when they transformed all the place, they built this square and they started with all this building. We have another important one over there, we have to move there. And this is the temple, what we need here. And he lived at the front of the first century BC, and he was killed by a secret plan here in the Roman Forum. He was killed in a part of Rome that is called the Campo Marzio, and is a part of Rome near the Pantheon. He was killed in the Roma in the year of Pompeo. The Curia was the meeting point of the Senators. Here we have the Curia of Rome, but during the 1st century BD, the Curia was destroyed by the last.
No, you're good.
Regarde, il y a encore des trucs là-bas, on a des accès long. Non, de faire des